Roman Reigns kicked off the night saying he was ready for a fight. Roman was ready to defend his Universal title. Now he gets to see some action with a tag team partner.
And guess what, Corey? He shook hands with Braun Strowman, and they turned their attention to Dolph and Drew, which is exactly what they're going to do right now.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, he is the Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
You know, when Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 8 nights ago, he promised to be a fighting Universal Champion. Promised he'll make all the shows. He'll defend the title around the world. That means he will be at Raw next week in Columbus, Ohio, on Labor Day. We already told you the Bella Twins are in action. Shawn Michaels is going to be there. We've got a tag team title opportunity for the Revival, and the big dog will be in the house.
Question is, what sort of condition will Roman Reigns be in? Because we are just moments away from a tall task in the form of Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, both hell-bent on knocking the big dog and the monster off of their collective perches.
Yeah, Dolph and Drew want to put two big old fat feathers in their cap tonight here live in the main event.
The confident champion. But will he be able to get along with the man he teams with tonight? The man he faces inside Hell in a Cell in 3 weeks.
His tag team partner, weighing 385 pounds, Mr. Monster in the Bank, Braun Strowman.
Well, he's the monster among men. He no longer carries the Money in the Bank contract because earlier on tonight, he told the world he's going to cash it in 3 weeks. So he handed the contract to acting general manager Baron Corbin, and the championship match will take place. Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman in the most ominous structure in the history of WWE. The Hell in a Cell, which will surround the ring with a roof on top, keeping both these men inside. There are no rules. You win via pinfall or submission. Everything else goes.
Well, Braun and Roman better find a way to coexist in short order, because we know one thing: Ziggler and McIntyre are a completely united front with the same exact goal, and that's to take over WWE.
Very
Their opponents, the team of Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler.
Monday Night Raw is live tonight in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. This is our main event. McIntyre and Ziggler squaring off against Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, and the man who challenges him in 3 weeks, Braun Strowman. It has been quite the night here on Monday Night Raw. Earlier on tonight, Kevin Owens, after losing a hellacious battle against Intercontinental Champion Seth Rollins, sat in the middle of the ring and uttered 2 words: "I quit," and then he walked out of the arena. We've heard nothing from Kevin Owens since that moment.
Certainly remains to be seen what kind of tumultuous situation is occurring in the mind of Kevin Owens, but right now you talk about a barn burner of a main event, courtesy of acting general manager Baron Corbin. The first in a series of wonderful decisions tonight: Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler.
And some controversial ones.
And here's the biggest difference between these two teams. Drew and Dolph, we know they work seamlessly. We don't know that about Braun and Roman.
Corey, Dolph Ziggler said earlier tonight that Drew and I came here to change the game and make moves at the right time. The window opened up. That's why we made this challenge tonight. Roman Reigns going through the battle with Brock and Finn Balor last week. Braun Strowman trying to cash in a couple of times and going through the battles with Brock and the Shield last week. Dolph and Drew feel this team is vulnerable tonight.
Okay, maybe a small thing. But Roman walked over to Braun, said, hey, I got this, let me start. Braun said yes. That shows me they're on the same page to start.
It certainly appears that way from the outset, but again, we know there is no dissension between Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. A united front.
Oh, Roman a right hand fighting back.
Note to Dolph, may not want to talk trash after one hit.
If you're going to talk trash to Roman Reigns, your next move better be duck.
Duck.
Boom! Reigns with a big clothesline. Down goes Ziggler.
Oh,
Right hand knocks McIntyre off the apron.
Matching one for Drew. There goes the show off to the outside.
Time for Dolph and Drew to regroup. Strowman nodding his approval in the corner. Again, earlier tonight, Braun Strowman handed the Money in the Bank contract to our acting general manager, said he's cashing it in. 3 weeks in Hell in a Cell. Drive-by by Reigns. Dolph down. At this rate, Braun wouldn't even need to get in the match.
Roman quite dominant on his own to this point.
And we know Braun's only happy when he puts his hands on somebody.
Roman sends Ziggler back into the ring. And the Universal Champion runs into a boot by McIntyre.
Good night.
Turned his head just for a second.
The official was dealing with Dolph, never saw the attack, and now Ziggler planting Roman with a DDT, turns him inside out. Here's the cover, hook of the leg, and it's Braun Strowman.
How about that?
Breaking things up.
Take a look at this kick from McIntyre, right on point, right on the eyebrow of the Universal Champion. And Reigns is in trouble right now.
This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Roman would start off well, and then the team of Dolph and Drew would take over.
Yeah, but Coach, to this point, I mean, Braun hasn't exactly been unwilling to cooperate. Roman just got a little overconfident.
McIntyre with chilling words earlier tonight. He said, we see Roman and Braun as wounded animals, held together by pride and ready for slaughter. As Dolph comes in off the tag, and now the double team against the champion.
No doubt that these two, Dolph and Drew, they talk the talk, and they talk a lot. But my goodness, every week, every walk too.
Man, can you imagine what a victory tonight over Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman would do for the psyche of both McIntyre and Ziggler?
Dolph Ziggler's already made it known he has every intention of recapturing the Intercontinental Championship he lost at SummerSlam to Roman's Shield brother Seth Rollins. And we've heard in the past on numerous occasions, Drew McIntyre is laser focused on the Universal Championship. Right now, the big dog in a great deal of trouble. Strowman looks anxious to make a tag.
He's an arm's length away. Ziggler, though, with a drop kick. Perfect drop kick by Dolph. Cover on Reigns. Hooks the leg, and a kick out near fall for Ziggler.
Great elevation, great accuracy on that drop kick.
Yeah, best in the business, in my estimation, as Drew comes in off the tag. McIntyre.
Malicious Scottish psychopath.
Oh, wow! Nice suplex by McIntyre. Rolls over into the cover, hooks the leg on Roman, and a kick out. I want to show you once again the perfect drop kick from Dolph Ziggler.
Pause it, frame it, throw it in a museum. That Dolph Ziggler drop kick was a work of art. Just ask Roman Reigns once he wakes up.
Drew McIntyre, a scary individual as he once again tags Ziggler in. McIntyre goes 6'5", he's 265 pounds. Ziggler, of course, a 6-time Intercontinental Champion, former World Champion as well. Buries the elbow in the chest of Roman Reigns, and the Universal Champion's got a kick out again at 2.
McIntyre cornered me earlier in the day and wanted to reassure me that when Dolph calls him a psychopath, it's not because he's out of his mind. It's because Drew McIntyre is obsessed. Dolph and Drew have become obsessed with changing the landscape here in WWE.
Look at him laughing at Strowman.
Necessary.
Is that what he was doing when his fingers pointed right in your face and he was screaming at you?
I tried to block that part out, but yes, that's quite possible what was happening.
McIntyre extremely calculated.
Ziggler now using all of his weight to try to wear down the big dog, but Roman Reigns just so incredibly powerful.
Yeah, but Roman's taking a lot of punishment here tonight, taking a lot of punishment over the last 8 days.
Roman able to get his legs underneath him. That was a very, very important step. But
wearing him down, sleeper in. Reigns could be fading here. Reigns could be fading. Dolph Ziggler trying to make Roman Reigns pass out here tonight in our main event on Monday Night Raw.
I think it's close.
Braun Strowman trying to encourage his tag team partner, the Universal Champion, and Roman showing signs of life.
One last gasp effort from Roman Reigns, perhaps, as he backs Dolph into the corner. Sleeper broken, but Reigns is in trouble.
Roman still has a long way to his partner. Dolph still relatively fresh.
Dolph launched over the top on the floor. And now can Roman make it to Braun? Drew realizes this is a desperate moment for his team. They do not want the monster among men in the ring in this matchup.
Well, once Roman figures out where he is, he had a chance to get to Braun.
Roman may not know where he is, but he found Dolph Ziggler in that particular moment with a size 15 boot right to the jaw.
Strowman saying, come on, make the tag. McIntyre as well. Who's going to make it to their partner first? Critical moment in this tag team match. Tag to McIntyre. And Drew not allowing Roman to make it to his corner.
Great job by Drew.
Yeah, but Roman Reigns able to deliver a kick, ducks underneath McIntyre. Again, a hand, an arm's length away, now a hand away. Can't quite get to the monster.
McIntyre's so ungodly powerful.
Oh, what a belly-to-belly throw by McIntyre.
Right back into their own corner. That was brilliant by McIntyre.
You don't talk about their in-ring IQ enough because of how physically dominant they can be. But right now, Drew and Dolph are being incredibly smart.
Physical dominance only counts for so much unless you can strategize to go with it. And that's what Drew McIntyre has spent the last few years doing. Traveling the globe, earning his way back to WWE to be elite. The nasty side of Ziggler, grinding the ridge of Roman's nose across the top rope.
His demeanor completely changed ever since joining forces with McIntyre. Punch!
From out of midair. This could be the opening that Reigns needs. Strowman hungry on the apron, ready to make the tag.
LeBron has never wanted in more than right now.
But can Roman get there? Can Roman make the tag? Dolph gets to McIntyre. Here comes the monster!
What's he doing?
Roman seems to be in no particular hurry, but
yeah, Braun Strowman now just staring down McIntyre. This is what Strowman's all about. It's called intimidation. Waiting to take his move, waiting to get into the ring, waiting to go after McIntyre.
yeah, but I don't think Drew McIntyre feels intimidated right now. He's eye to eye with the monster among men.
Well, wait a minute.
Hasn't there already been a tag?
Strowman made the tag. Wait a minute, Strowman's legal, and Ziggler and McIntyre are beating up Reigns.
It's a mugging.
So why didn't the ref? I don't understand.
McIntyre and Ziggler aren't breaking any rules right now.
No, but what the hell is Strowman doing? Well, the referee has no choice. Strowman's a legal man. He's not into the ring. What is going on? God. Oh my, what's going to happen in 3 weeks when he faces Reigns inside Hell in a Cell? That is what this is about for Strowman.
Reigns walked into a setup. Rollins and Dean Ambrose walked into an onslaught.
Yeah, but what are you trying to say, Coach? When the castle's burning, you shouldn't fight to defend it?
Sometimes you got to live to fight another
Roman
day.
Reigns is defenseless. Reigns is helpless. McIntyre just fed Roman Reigns to the angry monster.
This is something I thought I would never see. Drew, Dolph, Braun on the same page.
Well, whenever this plan was hatched, whether it was earlier tonight or whether it was in the moments after Strowman made the tag, it worked to perfection tonight for Braun Strowman. Strowman and his unlikely allies of Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre have decimated the Shield live on Raw.
They said they want to change the game. Well, as of tonight, take a page from Triple H's book. It's game over.